everyone, it's Rob here with another Lightroom tutorial, but this time I'm gonna try and show you how to make a time-lapse video using Lightroom 4. So the first thing you want to do is know what a time-lapse is. If you don't, then I'm not going to go through that in this video. I know that sounds a bit backwards, but I'm just going to go through the Lightroom part of this. So basically it's a series of pictures taken with your camera, where you've taken maybe one frame per 2 seconds or one frame every 2 seconds, and then you put all the pictures together and you end up with a movie of some moving clouds or something like that, or some very slow moving action. When it's all together, the action is sped up and it looks very cool. In this case, I've put a short time lapse together of some clouds. Now this isn't the best example of a time lapse, but it's just something to show you. I'm not a photographer, so I've done this very quickly just to show you, and it's an old movie. So let's get started very quickly. So what I suggest to you first is, after you've taken all the pictures and you bring them into your computer, that you save them all inside one folder so it's convenient and you know where they are. Then the first thing to do is obviously bring them into Lightroom and put them in their own collection, which I've done here already. So here we have all the pictures, and I have 343 pictures altogether, and these are all actually JPEGs. Now I suggest taking them with RAW, but you can downsize the raw pictures in your camera. It's not necessary to use the full, for example, if it's 18 megapixels on your camera, then you don't have to take the full RAW. You can downsize it to whatever your camera suggests, just to save on memory and everything, and for speed. So here we have all my pictures. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the first picture. So I'm just going to click on the first picture, and then I'm going to go into the develop module. So the pictures are already imported. I'm going to go into the develop module, and we can edit the picture as we would do a normal photograph. I have done this already, but it's just a basic thing. I'm just going to change something just so I can show you quickly. Let's bring the exposure up a tiny bit. Highlights, let's bring them down so give more detail in the sky. Shadows, I'm going to open them up a bit. You get the picture. We can just have a play, make the clouds look very nice, bring the blacks down a little bit, bring the vibrance up a touch. And if you've noticed, the eagle-eyed people that maybe have noticed it already, I've actually cropped this picture, and if you want it in a HD format, then you need to crop it. The thing with Lightroom is that it hasn't actually got anywhere you can go directly to a time-lapse format or anything like that, so we have to go to the slideshow format. But if we want it to play in a HD, then if you just leave it as it is, it will crop some of your picture off. So I've already cropped this, as you can see here. And if you go into the crop tool, then if you go underneath the crop and straighten, where it says crop and straighten, underneath that, if you click on the arrows next to the padlock, you can bring it down here, and I've selected 16:9, which is a format for HD, and you can do that and then press close. So that is cropped my picture, ready for the HD and ready for the time lapse. And now, because we've done it to one picture, we have to do it to all the others. Fortunately, this is Lightroom, and there was a quick way. So press Control and A, or Command A on a Mac, to select all your pictures. And then underneath the module here, you can click on Sync, and we can check on everything. So your box might come up like this, but we just need to click on Check All to select everything, and then synchronize. And that's done that very quickly. So each picture now has the adjustments I made to the first one apply to each one. So that's all done now for now in the develop module. Now there is something you need for this time lapse to work, and it is, if we go over to the left hand side where it says Lightroom templates, now you need to download something and you need to import it into the user templates. Now I've already done that. If we look in here, it says 24 frames per second time lapse and 30 frames per second time lapse. So I'm going to leave a link in a description, but basically go to the description, download it, unzip it, and then you right click on the user templates here and you go to import, and you want to import the, if we just go back, I'll just show you the folder I've got it from. So it will say time lapse. You want to go into not the video presets but the slideshow templates, into user templates, and you want to import the 24 frames per second one, and I've actually imported the 30 frames per second one as well, just in case I need to use that. So once you've imported them, then it's ready to go. So basically we go into the user templates, click on 24 frames per second, and then we go to export video. I'm not going to export it now, but that's basically it. Then it will export it to your wherever you've selected. I put it just onto my desktop. It takes a few minutes to do that, and this is what you can end up with. I'm just going to open this, and this is a quick movie. Like I said, it's not a perfect example, but it shows you what Lightroom 4 is capable of. Hopefully you've learnt something. Check out the link in the description. My name's Rob. Take care. See you next time.